We all have those days. You know what I'm talking about. Perhaps today was one of those days for you. Join me on your mat for a 25-minute practice, and I promise I'll have you feeling like that day never happened by the end of your practice. It's time to let it all go. Good morning, and happy Self-Care Sunday. Your boy Hostel Yogi welcomes you to the beautiful and healing island of Koh Phangan, Thailand. Do you ever have those days where every little thing is on your last nerve? You had a lot of stress and you don't know if you can handle any more. Do you ever feel like the weight of the world is being held on your shoulders? Perhaps it's in the back of your neck, tight, stiff. Sometimes life can be hard to deal with like this. Today we're going to alleviate that stress. The next few poses will help you to face a challenging day or to end your day and prepare for a peaceful rest. So grab your mat, roll it out, and get ready to marinate in some nice deep stretch postures for the shoulders, the upper back, and the neck muscles to help you melt away any tension and any stress that you're feeling. We're going to come onto our hands and knees. Find your way down onto your stomach. You're just going to come into a mild back bend just to settle into the beginning of this practice. This helps us to get grounded, to find our breath, and to check in with the body. When is the last time you made a conscious breath? Just focusing on the inhalation, how the belly feels when it expands, and the exhalation. You may choose to look up, opening up the throat, or perhaps you look down, opening up the back of the neck. Really feeling in along the spine from the base, just above your tailbone, all the way up to the neck, checking in and seeing where you have any tension, noticing where you're holding any stress. We're going to start this off with a nice shoulder stretch. You're going to come up onto both hands, increasing your back bend just a little bit. We're going to slide the right hand through, threading the needle. We're going to lean down on that right upper arm. We're going to take the left hand and we're going to cross it over in front. And your chin may come down on your left upper arm, or you may tuck your toes, walk yourself forward, and your chin may hang over your left upper arm. You should feel a nice, deep stretch in your right shoulder. If you're really tight, you may feel it in both shoulders. We're going to hang out here for a few minutes. So find that perfect sweet spot and settle into stillness. And let's let this stress melt away. If you've settled in quite comfortably and you want to go a little bit deeper, perhaps you choose to tuck your toes and scoot your body forward just a little bit more. Maybe you take your fingers, place them on the ground, and pull the ground so you're separating the shoulders, pulling the arms even closer, increasing the stretch in that right shoulder or maybe both shoulders. We're gently going to release the posture by pushing up with our elbows, putting our fingers on the ground, walking the elbows toward each other, bringing the body back in to the center, coming back into our Sphinx pose here. Back is arched. I would choose to let the head hang heavy, releasing and relaxing all the neck muscles, all the way up to the cranium and the base of the skull. We may even choose right now to make some head rolls to the right. And let's reverse the direction back to the left. Gently, slowly working your way around. And just let go of any tension, any stress, any bad memories from the day. Just let that crap go away. Coming back to neutral. Let's set up for the other side. We will raise ourselves up on our right hand. We'll thread the needle with the left, fingertip walking the left hand far out away from the body as possible. We come down onto the left upper arm or left elbow, just kind of feeling with that weight there. Now the right hand we'll place in front, cross over, and fingertip walk the right hand away as well. If you feel a nice stretch in your left shoulder, or perhaps both, you may want to stay here. If you wish for more, you can tuck your toes and inch your body forward. And when you find that sweet spot, either place your chin on top of your upper right arm or anchor it over the right arm. Let your head be heavy. Let the weight of your body increase the stress naturally on your shoulders. And settle into stillness, gently drawing your eyes closed. Your hands can be face up or face down, yogi's choice. If you're good where you're at, you want to stay here. If you've lost your stretch or you wish for more sensation, more positive stress on the shoulders, tuck your toes and wiggle, scoot, or crawl your body up toward the front of your mat while your elbows remain in the same spot. This will put a little more weight on the front of your body, allowing you to get a little bit deeper into the shoulders. Again, head hangs heavy. Just a few more breaths here. Gently going to release the posture by coming onto our fingers and walking our elbows back into the center line of the body. Coming up onto our forearms, coming back into a mild back bend. This time let's look up. Let's hold it. If the back bend is too strong, play with your foot position. The wider your feet are, the less the back bend. Let's look down. And let's look over the left shoulder. Rolling the head back down. Let's look over the right shoulder. Bringing the head back to neutral, looking straight forward. Let's look up again. Let's come up on our hands and knees and find ourselves in a child's pose of your choice. Since we just did a back bend, perhaps you'll come and sit on your heels and do a traditional child's pose. Your hands can remain in front of you to stretch out the shoulders further, or if your shoulders need a break, perhaps you place the shoulders down, your hands down by your side. Bringing your forehead down to the mat, or you may make a pillow with your hands. Just a minute here. Gently bring the awareness back to the body. Let's lift the head slightly off the ground. If your hands aren't behind you, place them behind you. Interlace the fingers. Just hang out here for a moment. We're going to add a little bit of yang effort into our practice. Let's interlace the fingers, place the palms together, and let's raise the hands up overhead. You may even bend the arms to access into the shoulders even better. Head can go down on the mat. And try to raise the hands up toward the sky or the ceiling. If you wish to stretch out the back of the neck, you leave your forehead on the ground. You'll raise up your butt off your feet, and you'll come onto the crown of your head. Be very gentle with your neck.
mindful of the spine always. Let's reach with the hands a little bit further away from the lower part of the body. Now, releasing the hands down to your side, we gently roll ourselves back up.
Head comes up last. Just notice any sensations here. We're now going to spin our feet around in front of us. The legs go long and hands go behind you. This is another stretch for the front of the shoulders and can be quite intense depending on how far you go back. Play with the hand position. Hands can be close together or they can be wider. Perhaps you start with them close and walk yourself back. Fingertip walk your fingers towards the back of your mat. You feel a slight opening in the chest. You feel a nice stretch in your shoulders. As you go back, you find your hands may widen a little. This is perfectly normal. Just go until it feels right and hold it. You can look forward or you can choose to look up. Find a position that feels the best for your neck right now. If you're good where you're at, then you'll stay there. If you wish for a little more, perhaps you widen the feet just a little. Maybe make you a little more stable. And let's walk the hands further away from the body. Maybe the hands widen just a little bit. Feeling it in your shoulders, you may also feel it in your scapula. If you find any pain or any pinching in your back or in your scapula, perhaps you walk yourself back up. Don't take so deep. And playing with your hand position will find the right spot for your body because each skeleton is different. And gently scooting or walking inch by inch, we will bring ourselves back up into a seated position. We'll finish with a squat made for the shoulders. You'll come up onto your hands and knees and eventually onto your feet, and you'll find yourself in a squat position. You'll place your elbows inside of your legs, below the knees, and once you find a comfortable squat position, perhaps you place your hands on the ground to readjust. Now we will take the hands and we will stand up just a little, placing the hands inside between the hips and the upper thigh. So now your forearms are facing down, just inside the legs. And you can play with the legs to feel where you have the best positive stress on your shoulders. If you lean over, you'll decrease the stretch. If you straighten your posture and try to push your butt forward, maybe opening the legs slightly, you might find an increase in the positive stress of your shoulders. And it's this positive stress that will help us alleviate the negative stressors from the day. Just let all of that stuff go. Checking in with the body again, let's check in with our facial expression. What's on your face right now? Is it worry from the day? Is it anger? Is it a feeling of stress release? Are you sitting with discomfort? And perhaps you're smiling. If you're not smiling, I invite you to do so now. Smile is a wonderful tool. It can change our state, and it can change the state of others instantly. Last couple of breaths here, let that smile grow on your face. And gently releasing the posture by taking your hands out from underneath the thighs and placing them on the ground in front of you rather than doing any counter pose. Just hang out here for a moment and let the wrists settle back to normal. If you are deep in the pose, you may feel it in your wrists. Centering ourselves on our mats, let's come up in a forward fold, placing the feet at a stable and comfortable distance apart. Our hands are on the ground, and we gently and slowly roll up vertebra by vertebra. Head coming up last, and as your head comes up, let that smile on your face grow even bigger. Perhaps the biggest smile of all day, knowing that you just took some time out of your busy day to practice to make your life better, and ultimately to make the lives of those around you better. And with that, I say thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.